dude.
Do we have to talk about 3?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of Collector's Thoughts. We are continuing down the Halloween rabbit hole, I guess. As always, I'm your host, Respawn Granted, co-host Real Batman. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing great, doing great.
Doing awesome.
How about
right?
you? Hopefully everybody's getting into the Halloween spirit. I love this time of year.
Me too, man. And Halloween's right around the corner, so we decided to go through all of the Halloween movies and kind of give like a quick thought process on it. And we recently did a video on 1 and 2, and we did a video on the other trilogy with Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So please check those out and let us know what you guys think. Today, though, this time we're talking about Halloween 3, Halloween 4. So let's just get right into it, man. Halloween 3, I was telling you before we started filming, I didn't realize I never actually sat down and watched the movie until
you didn't miss much.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That movie was horrible. I'm sorry. If for anybody that's a Halloween 3 fan, please let me know why, because I don't see it. I don't get it. And the story
way to piss people off with a question.
I'm just saying, I don't get it. I don't understand the movie. I mean, the story was weird. It was very sci-fi like. For those of you that don't know, the story was it's a mask company, right? They're making these 3 masks. It's a witch, a pumpkin, and a skeleton.
Yep.
The masks, like at first I didn't know what was going on, dude. There's some cool kills. I'll give it that. There was some cool kills in the movie, like some robot guys ripping off a guy's head and stuff. Awesome. Love it. That's pretty much where it ends though. But there's we see a part where a kid, I'll never forget this. He puts on that pumpkin head. He's watching the commercial, and then his head like crushes and bugs and snakes and crap come out of his head. What the hell happened? What is
I don't even know. I think I've only watched that movie, I think 1.5 times.
Couldn't even sit through the second time, could you? I'm telling you right now, I'll never watch that movie again, dude. I'm sorry. That's not one that.
And the stupid. Am I remembering this correctly? That stupid thing on the TV.
Yeah.
Dude, that just still into this day. It's just I can't get it out. And we're gonna continue. We have to cover all the movies.
Yep.
And right before we start recording, I'm like, do we have to talk about 3?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even because Myers is not in it. It's just because it's so freaking raunchy, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like the people in the movie, the ones living in the house, like the husband, the what, like, can't they all die? Just kill them all.
If Myers was there, maybe they could have.
Just kill them all, dude. Jesus Christ. It was a bad movie. Yeah. It was a bad movie.
And actually, you're wrong. Myers was in it for 3 seconds on the TV commercial or whatever it was, the news commercial. So you did get to see him and Laurie in it.
Big freaking deal.
I know. I said, and just to be completely honest, when I sat down to watch that movie, I sat down with my wife and I was going to be open-minded. I told my wife, let's give this a fair chance because she never saw it either. And I said, everyone bashes on this movie. This cannot be that bad. Halfway through the movie, my wife was begging me to turn off the movie. Okay. It was bad, dude. I'm sorry. It was not a good movie. She had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what was going on. I started losing interest. I'm like, who's this guy again? He's the doctor. Why is he doing this? Like, he's banging this broad in the hotel room. I'm like, what the hell is going on, dude? And they went very sci-fi, very alien-like. I don't know.
Yeah, it's completely no.
Yeah, so needless to say, when I sit down and watch Halloween next October, it's going to go 1, 2, skip right over 3. God,
I've been doing that for decades.
I know. But like I said, I never fully watched 3 until this year, and I regret it.
To be honest, I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Last year, it's a good thing my wife's not in this room right now. I made my wife watch 3, and I said, well, I'm going to watch it with you, which is why I said 1.5.
Right.
Because I fell asleep halfway through it, and then she woke me up and she goes, don't you ever make me watch this piece of crap movie again. She's like, this was the most generic piece of dog shit I've ever seen in my life, dude.
That's what I mean. Like, you can't even, I don't know. I couldn't even try to upsell it to my wife, dude. She got halfway through and she was like, oh, she kept getting up. I'm going to go get a snack. Don't pause it. Don't worry. She was like, "Don't bother pausing it. I can hear it in the other room. Don't worry, I'm not missing anything."
I can hear it enough. I still want to gouge my eyes out, but anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So we're gonna just yeah, dude. That will be in my head forever too. Thanks to that stupid movie. But we're gonna skip right over that one, dude. That one was not good. We're gonna jump into Halloween 4, which not great either.
It's got Myers in it.
Hey, that's great with Matthew Broderick face mask, dude. What happened there, dude? The hell, the mask? I didn't think. Okay, the 1978 mask is on a low budget, and it's
not that bad, dude. There's worse masks than the Halloween 4 mask.
I think that's the worst one, dude. I kept laughing
No
every time
way.
it showed up on camera. I kept picturing Matthew Broderick, dude. I could not stop laughing.
Well,
dude, I couldn't stop laughing.
I never looked about Matthew Broderick, but ever since I've been with my wife 11 years.
Yeah.
And she didn't really watch the Halloween movies. Now she does.
Yeah.
And she was just like, well, it looks like a Chinaman, like those like porcelain masks that the Chinese people put on.
Yes.
She's like, I feel like that's what I'm looking at. So she doesn't like the mask, but I don't think it's that bad. I think Halloween 5's mask is worse.
They're both pretty bad. I think they're both terrible, dude.
So, yeah.
But hey, you know what? You're right. The Return of Michael Myers, though. So that was one I had seen many, many years ago. I didn't fully remember it, so I rewatched it. Yeah, you showed me 4 and 5. So
Yes.
I ended up rewatching 4 to refresh the memory, of course. And you know what? It wasn't terrible, dude. Honestly.
No.
The movie itself, the mask, I could not get over. I'm sorry. But the movie itself, dude, was not that bad. I found myself pretty entertained watching this movie. Like this felt like just I don't know, kind of like a Jason movie or something. Just he's going around, he's killing people. You know, the story ain't the greatest, but he's in it and he's raising hell the way he should be. Now, this one introduces the little girl, correct? Jamie?
Jamie. Okay. Yes.
So this one, her character was interesting to me because she had like the psychic ability with him, right? Like I could feel like, okay. So I wasn't fully sure what that was all about, why Loomis was in it. That's cool. They brought him back.
Yeah.
But her character, I'm not fully sure what that was. Was she part of Laurie's family? See, I can't remember now. And I
can't remember either. You watched it more recently than me. So
I know, 2 days ago. It goes to show you how confusing the storylines are, dude.
I think she was.
Well, yeah, because she's his niece.
Right.
She's the niece. That's right. So she's his niece, and she kind of gets this like the psychic power or whatever. And it was, I don't know. It was the problem with this movie though. It wasn't extremely memorable. Like there was nothing. It wasn't terrible.
Can't find it anywhere, even to this day.
And
we were talking about this.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's weird is 4 and 5. I cannot find them in stores to buy, and I don't know if it's because it was a different company at the time that made these,
maybe,
as opposed to the first 3. But I can't find them. And the good. What were you
I think 4 was a solid movie. I don't think The Mask is as bad as you. I don't think it's the best Michael Myers mask. Far from it. Yeah. But I enjoy this movie. I think Jamie's character is interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not a spoiler alert. I find it. I remember when I watched it, like when I was younger, when she kills the mother at the end, I'm like, oh, fudge.
Yeah.
Like she really is connected with him mentally because that's messed up. So I think they did a pretty good job. However, I will say this, and we've talked about this in the other episodes. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why they keep going with these different stories. They just didn't pick up. Now, 3, that was a debacle. We just touched on that. Ignore that altogether. He comes back. Why not continue? Like, no Laurie Strode in here. It was Jamie, whatever. Why not have both? They just continue. I don't understand it. It's not a bad movie. I think it's a good movie. It's not the best Halloween movies, but I thought it was definitely better than 3. I don't think it's not better than 2 and 1. That's for damn sure.
No.
But it's a watchable movie. I mean, in my opinion.
The thing I liked that they kind of tried to still connect it to the second movie, because what they did was they made it where, if I'm not mistaken, in the beginning of the movie, they were like him and Loomis, they kind of dimmed down or died down the explosion that happened at the end of the second movie that killed both of them, and they made it seem like the explosion did happen, but it wasn't enough to kill both of them. So like Loomis had like a burn on his face and on his hand, and I think Michael had it also on his like hand and stuff. And I think they were carrying him like in a stretcher in the beginning, and he's in an ambulance. He ends up raising hell. He gets out of the ambulance. So that was kind of a nice touch. I thought that was kind of cool how they brought Michael back, and they were like, let's just kind of die it down a little bit how the second one ended, and just make it where the explosion wasn't enough to actually kill both characters. So kind of cool. I was okay with that. And like I said, most of the movie was pretty much a nice little popcorn film where you kind of just sit back, don't think too much about it, and just enjoy Michael Myers slaughtering the hell out of people in this movie, because he does do a decent job.
And that's what it is. And that's what it is, really. I don't think, again, of all the ones that we've gotten over the years, I don't think it's the best, but I don't think it's the worst either.
No,
seriously.
And the thing is too, I kind of liked how they made Michael Myers in this one. I don't want to say intelligent because that sounds like weird, but kind of, because at the end, wasn't this the one where they're all in the, I believe they were in the Myers house, and they had the squad cars everywhere, everyone hiding, like the cops were all camouflaged, but then they hear that there was a murder at the hospital, I think. So then they're like, oh no, Myers is actually there. So then everybody leaves to go there, but he's not there. By the time they realize it, he's at the house with Loomis, the cop that was upstairs with Jamie, and Jamie.
Yeah.
Right? So kind of cool. Like Loomis knew, he had a feeling that was going to happen, because right when the cops all leave, he's standing at the door. He doesn't even close the front door, and he says, now you'll show up, Michael, won't you?
Yes.
Away. So kind of cool. Like they both know each other, respect each other. And Myers isn't just like a character like Jason, where he just goes in like a bull in a china shop and plows through everybody. There's actually some planning going on. So kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I like this movie. I mean, this is also one of those that when it comes on, I watch it. I still watch it to this day. I like it.
Yeah.
I know how you feel about The Mask. I don't look at The Mask that bad, but I think it's a watchable movie. I think after just talking about 3, I think I just jizzed all over myself talking about this one, because it's that much better than 3. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's very good. I think they did a pretty good service bringing the character back, and how they did it and what they did. My only thing is, like I said, with that Mask, it's weird that the 78 one with a lower budget, and it was just wasn't it what's his name from Star Trek, his mask that they bleached. That's all they did. So how the hell was that one a better one than the one you used in 4?
I don't know. It looks like something they went to. What is it? Where you go get costumes? What the hell's the name?
Oh yeah, like a Halloween store, like a
Halloween store. It looks like that's the way they got the mask from. So
yeah. Well, and the other thing I got to say too, now that it just popped into my head, the other thing that was a little off, and that could have just been the way the timing was in the movie, but it seemed like he could move from point A to point B extremely quick. Like he was at the hospital, then like, in the movie it was only a couple minutes and he's already at the house. Before all we know, he could have killed that person at the hospital, 2 hours ago, and he's already making his way back. So that I can overlook, but that was kind of weird how it seemed like he would move quick from one point to another.
And we all know how people don't like horror icons. They shouldn't be able to move that fast. Well, how the fuck do you think they get ahead of people?
I know.
If they're walking slow like that, they're not going to catch a turtle, let alone people. So
I know.
There's that thing where they have to walk slow. No, which is why a lot of people didn't like the remake of Friday the 13th and Jason, because he runs or walks fast. Are you freaking serious, dude? Please, come on, man. Come on.
See, to me personally, I hated the walking because it never made sense to me. So for me personally, like when they made zombies start running, loved it. When they made Jason have that lunge, it's not a run, it's more like a lunge. He kind of like lunges forward, loved it. It's scarier. Instead of
in the movies, not to cut you off, but in the movies that follow this one, I believe in 5 and then others.
Yep.
Myers walks faster.
Yes.
He doesn't walk slow, which to me made more sense.
Yes. And I'm glad you said that, because I was just about to say that too, is that people that tend to say these kind of things, I realize that they don't remember the movies the way they think they do. Because I remember having a conversation with someone about Jason, and they said the same thing. Oh, Jason only walks. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. If you go back and see some of those movies, he did have some parts where he had a little bit of a step, like a lunge. And that's kind of what they did in the 2018 movie. And that's scarier, dude, having a lunge like that. So
Yeah.
me personally, and you're right, and with Myers, there was in 4 and 5, there was scenes he was walking a little bit quicker. You're absolutely right.
And the ones that past that, the Curse of Michael Myers, he definitely, and H2O, and especially in Resurrection, he definitely walks faster.
Yes.
So,
and it's scary. It's scary.
I think and it makes more sense to me.
Yeah, it does. So I don't know. But that's our quick looks. We'll call them these quick looks at these movies. I think this one was awesome. 3 sucked. And that's all I got to say about that.
All we have to do is just say 3 and everybody knows where that one stands.
Exactly.
I think I don't know anybody that likes that movie.
Yep.
But we want to hear from you guys. Let us know which one. I mean, do you think Halloween 4's mask is that bad? We already know
like
Halloween
3.
Dude, you don't even need to comment about 3. You can just put 3 and put thumbs down. So like if Halloween 3, just put thumbs down. We know what you mean, and let us know what you think about Halloween 4. I think there was worse movies. I don't think it's worse. I think it's definitely a watchable movie. It's an enjoyable movie. I like Jamie's character, which they continue it in 5, which we'll talk about in the next one. And just let us know. But we already know what Halloween 3 did.
Yeah,
crap.
Definitely a smudge mark on the Halloween thing. If it was a different title, it would have been better.
No, it's okay. You can say it's definitely a shit stain on the franchise.
There's gonna be that one person that's gonna comment and be like, "Hey, man."
Well, look, we can all respectively agree to disagree. If there's somebody out there that likes that movie, I would like to check your IQ and know what the hell's wrong with you.
Right.
But no, but seriously, everybody likes what they like, and that's fine because there's a lot of movies that people say that suck, and you and I both like them, so it is what it is. But personally, that's a bad movie.
I mean, maybe we missed something, dude. I don't know. I mean,
You didn't miss fucking shit, dude. It's a bad movie. It's just a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's been engraved in my brain for freaking decades, dude. I can't. Even last year when I made my wife watch it, when that part came on, and my wife was looking at me like, "What the fuck?" And I was laughing and looking away, and she's like, "You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?" I'm like, "Well, you have been a bitch to me today, so
it was a punishment."
It's a punishment. So,
oh, that's funny. That's so funny. That's a pretty good way to say it. I mean, I think if maybe it wasn't called Halloween, maybe. What do you think? If they changed the name, do you think it would have worked for you?
And we changed the name that way it gets it out of the franchise?
Gets it out of the franchise, yeah.
Is that doable?
I don't think so, dude. Honestly, I think even if they changed the name, dude, it just wasn't, for me, it just wasn't a good movie. I didn't like it. I was so
They should rename it. They should call it Halloween 3 The Shit Stain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. The season of the shits.
Yeah. Because it gave me the shits.
No, but
probably so many other people.
I think if anything, that movie made people realize how much they want Michael Myers back, and I think Ford did a solid job bringing him back. I think so.
I think it was a solid introduction of returning him into the franchise.
Absolutely.
And and then we'll cover 5, and I believe it's the Curse of Michael Myers of the next 2, which 5 came out in '89. And then Curse of Michael Myers came out in '95, so 6 years later.
Yeah, there's some gaps in between these movies, and that I think that's also part of the problem too. So, so keep your eyes open, guys. We're going to continue on with the Halloween quick looks, quick reviews, whatever you want to call them, talkabouts, whatever. And this is just our thoughts on them. And so this is what we thought about Halloween 3 and 4. So let us know what you guys think down in the comment section down below, and please like the video and subscribe and everything.
Yes, and the thumbs down is not for the video. At least I would hope not. It's for Halloween 3,
or maybe all the 3 fans that don't like what we have to say.
Look,
he just goes look.
Look, you can't please everybody. So if all 3 people that watch this don't like it, well, mother flipper, don't watch next time. Then that way we're down to 0. That just saves us time. We don't have to record anymore. Not just kidding. Yeah. Just kidding.
If you like Halloween 3, just tell us why. I just want to know why. What did we miss?
And I will do my best not to go cross-eyed. Seriously.
Right. But all right, guys, this was fun. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Later, guys.
Peace.